Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Sarah if you're new here. I started this channel to document my journey becoming a single mother by choice. I knew this was gonna happen. I'm so sorry it has taken me so long to film this video. I've been trying so hard to work up the energy to do this for you guys because I left you hanging on Wednesday and I feel awful about that. This is why I haven't been able to film. Obviously, as you can guess, my beta came back negative on Wednesday, 9 days past my 5-day embryo transfer. My number came back at a 1.1. So very, very, very negative. It was just really hard to go from being so unbelievably excited to have faint positives on days 6 and 7. And then, my heart definitely was sinking in the days following that when the line was not getting darker and then went away completely. So unfortunately, according to the clinic, since they drew my blood on day 9, they have no proof that I actually had HCG in my system prior to that. So I believe they're gonna consider it a failed transfer, although I truly feel it was a biochemical pregnancy or very early miscarriage because there was definitely HCG in my system for at least a couple days, which means if there's HCG in your system, that means the embryo implanted. So I was pregnant for like a week and it was literally the best week of my life. If anything, I guess it just showed me that this is truly, my purpose in life is to be a mom. As soon as I had that embryo, transferred to my uterus, I viewed life differently for that week. Everything I was doing for the best interest of my baby. And that night, as you guys know, if you've watched other videos of mine, I did open the gender envelope. So I do know the gender of the embryo that I lost. And I will insert that here so you guys can see. I'm so excited right now. I'm about to find out the gender of my embryo that was just placed in my uterus today. When you guys are watching this, I still don't know quite when I'm going to announce the gender, but I wanted to film my reaction of me opening this envelope. So I'm gonna do that now. I really have no idea how I'm gonna react to this. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's a boy. Oh my God. So it's so funny because I of course would be happy with either a boy or a girl, absolutely. But I just have had this weird feeling that I was gonna have a girl first, even though I've kind of always wanted a boy first. But this is just, oh my God, oh my God. I can't wait. I cannot wait to be a boy mom. I'm so excited. I'm just in disbelief because I just was 99% sure I was gonna have a girl. This is crazy. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. Thank you guys for sharing this moment with me. Oh my God. Okay, bye. So I was just, of course I'd be happy with a boy or a girl, but I don't know. I just really was attached to my little baby boy. And the thought of starting completely all over from the beginning of this IVF process is just petrifying to me. I'm going to do it. I have to do it because it's my only choice. I mean, I have to be a mom. There's no other option for me. I'm very determined to make this happen. But if you're not familiar with my story, if you haven't watched my very first video, and I apologize for those of you who already know this, but I'm gonna try to sum it up pretty quickly. April 2020, I decided to schedule an appointment with a reproductive endocrinologist, get evaluated for my fertility, and freeze my eggs. I initially was thinking that I was going to freeze my eggs, and potentially, after having that first conversation with my doctor, he really set my mind at ease, thinking that, you know, like if I freeze my eggs at 37, and 37 is kind of like that cusp where from 37 to 38 your fertility like really declines, apparently. I know everybody's probably a little bit different, but statistically, if you look up the graph, 37 to 38 is like a steep decrease in fertility. So I was thinking, he said that like I could freeze my eggs at 37 and I'd have those 37-year-old eggs, and I could potentially give myself a couple more years, even into my early 40s, to see if I met anybody. That is the only reason I haven't pursued becoming a single mother sooner, is because I just kept holding out hope that I would meet my person and I'd be able to you know, have that life that so many of my friends and family have, that I want so badly to share all of that with somebody. So that was my plan. And when they did that ultrasound, that very first ultrasound, they found a polyp. And polyps, 99% of the time, are benign, not a big deal. They can cause infertility issues, so they tend to remove them with surgery, very minor surgery. So I had that polyp removed. That ultrasound and my blood levels also showed that I had PCOS, or polycystic ovarian syndrome, which I suspected based on my symptoms after going off the pill. So I scheduled that surgery to have the polyp removed very quickly after that initial ultrasound, and a couple weeks later got the results of the polyp removal, and it turned out that I had endometrial cancer. So that changed things for me. I no longer felt like I could freeze my eggs and wait a couple more years to see if I met somebody. It made it very urgent for me to have a baby as soon as possible. I ended up, the oncologist wanted me to have a hysterectomy right away. And I refused, and I insisted on other tests and other surgeries to see if the cancer had spread. The cancer had not spread, bottom line. So they said that I could freeze my eggs and then repeat the DNC surgery that I had beginning of July to see if the cancer came back 3 months later. So I started the IVF process end of July, a couple weeks after my DNC surgery, and I ended up with severe ovarian hyperstimulation syndrome. Because I have polycystic ovarian syndrome, I ended up with an extreme number of follicles, and my estrogen level was just so high. My ovaries got so enlarged that they were touching, and I ended up with all of the awful symptoms. If you Google OHSS, you can read about it. It was awful. I also have another video talking all about it. You could watch that. I'll link it here. It was very traumatizing. It was literally the most pain and suffering I've ever experienced for at least a week, and a significant amount of pain for several weeks, but that 1 week was awful. So I guess the reason that the idea of another egg retrieval is so scary to me is because of what happened last time. And I know my doctor is going to do everything he can to prevent that from happening again, but he did everything he could to prevent that from happening the first time. Like, he knew that that was a possibility the first time. He told me that, and he did take precautions, and my body's still overstimulated. So my concern is if we start off on a lower dose of the Gonal-F, this next time I do stimulation meds for an egg retrieval, that my follicles just won't even grow to the size they need to be. My follicles grew pretty slowly previously in my first round, but there were just so many of them, and my estrogen level was so high. So maybe if we prolong the process and just go slowly, maybe that will help. I know some of you have made some comments about things that your doctors have done to prevent OHSS. Most of the things my doctor did already do last time, and I still ended up with it. So I'm just afraid of that, but again, I'll do whatever I have to do to have this baby. So that is my plan. I have a virtual visit with my doctor on Wednesday, and we're going to discuss the next steps for sure. I have not miscarried yet officially. Since I haven't gotten my period yet, I'm a little nervous about what that's going to be like. So, depending on when that happens, it's most likely going to be too soon to start the stimulation meds to go right into an egg retrieval cycle this cycle, and I would if I could, because I just not working towards anything right now and feeling this empty, not working towards my goal of being a mother right now. Like, I feel like I'm just sitting here twiddling my thumbs. It's like miserable for me. So I really want to move forward as soon as possible. I go through periods of feeling super motivated to move forward, and I put my research hat on and I try to figure out what we can do differently. And I'm researching and watching videos, and I actually ended up ordering I found another sperm donor because I just felt like maybe I should switch sperm donors, because maybe there was something with my eggs and this particular donor's sperm that wasn't super compatible because of my low success rate with my 35 eggs and only having one normal embryo. I know it's most likely due to my eggs being lower quality because of the PCOS, but I just thought I would cover all bases if I can. So I got new donor sperm ordered already, but I would say the majority of my last 4 days have been crying. I tried working on Thursday. Wednesday, when I found out, I immediately clocked out. I couldn't even fathom working the rest of the day. My manager ended up getting bereavement approved for me, so I had Thursday and Friday off. I tried working Thursday for a few hours, and I couldn't. I just kept crying every time, and everybody knows what I'm going through, so everybody's always asking me, for updates and how I'm doing, and it just set me off every time. So yeah, it's been rough, and I cannot thank all of you guys enough. So many of you have reached out to me, commented on my video, DM'd me on Instagram, emailed me, Facebook messaged me. I mean, all of you guys are so sweet, and I know that a lot of you can absolutely empathize with what I'm going through, because you've gone through it too, one way or another. And I just really appreciate having you guys to help me through this. And you guys have me to help you through it. I feel so bad for my friends and family who have no idea what this is like, because they don't know what to do. They don't know what to say. There's just something about talking to another single mother by choice that is going through IVF or has gone through IVF. It's just different. Like, you guys know. That doesn't take away, what my friends and family, feel for me, or, of course, I appreciate them so much, but I just want you guys to know that, even filming this video and doing my hair and putting makeup on, I forced myself to do these things, even though it took so much energy, because I just feel like I owe it to you guys, and I felt so awful leaving you hanging, and I just thank you so much for all of your love and support. And this is definitely not the end of the road for me, but it's hard. It's hard to think about I still plan on doing a cost video, but I still don't think I've paid all the bills yet. I'm sure there's more coming. I'm definitely at over $25,000 at this point into this process. And to know that, I don't know, there's part of me that looks at it like the last 9 months of my life and $25,000 down the drain for nothing. I can look at it that way, or I can look at it maybe we learned some lessons, and the next try will be more successful, I hope, because all I know is that week that I was pregnant just absolutely confirmed to me that is my life's purpose. So I will stop at nothing until I have that. So thank you guys so much for all your support, for subscribing. I can't believe how much my channel is growing. And I'm just beyond grateful that I have found so many of you that are going through the same journey. It really does help to make me feel less alone. So thank you again from the bottom of my heart. I will do my best to film another video when we have a for sure plan in place moving forward after my appointment on Wednesday. And in the meantime, I hope you all are doing well. I hope if there's, any of you who have recently had a transfer or an IUI, that you have success. And I love you guys, and have a great night. Thank you.